If men aren't pursuing their dreams, if we are not chasing the who we are, the what we do, and the how much we make, we are doomed, dead. But the moment that we figure out the puzzle and feel like our dreams are taking shape, new life breathes into us. It makes us vibrant, enthusiastic, and animates us. From the moment I became a comedian, I stepped onto that stage ready to be the very best. Even today, no matter how tired I am, no matter what is going on in my life, I am never late for work and I have never once missed a gig. Why? Because when I wake up, my dream is in sick. I'm living it out live and in color every day. Whether it's on the radio during the Steve Harvey morning show, or on television with my various projects, or on stage during my Steve Harvey live shows, who I am is certain. I am Steve Harvey. What I do is certain comedy. And how much I make is right in line with what I have always wanted for my family and me. And now I can pay attention to my family. All the fur paint in my house, the metal ceilings, the leather chairs, the dogs outside, the cars in the yard, college tuition for my kids, everything is paid for. Everyone is set. I can provide for them the way I have always wanted to. I can protect them the way that I was raised to. And in my family's eyes, I am unquestionably a man, which means I have a clear mind when I go to sleep at night. This is the drive that every man has. Whether he is the best player in the NBA or the best PV football coach in rural Minnesota, whether he is the head of a Fortune 500 company or the supervisor on the line at the local bakery, whether he is the kingpin of a major cartel or the chief corner boy on the block, encoded in the DNA of the male species is that we are to be the provider and the protector of the family, and everything we do is geared toward ensuring we can make this happen. If a man can afford a place to stay, then he can protect his family from the elements. If he can afford a pair of sneakers for his child, he can feel confident enough to send him or her to school feeling secure and upbeat. If he can afford meat at the grocery store, then he can feel assured that he can feed his family. This is all any man wants. Anything less, and he doesn't feel like a man. Even more, we want to feel like we are number one. We want to be the best somewhere in charge. We know we are not going to be head man in every situation, but somewhere in our lives we are going to be the one everyone answers to because it's that important to us. We want the bragging rights, the right to say, I am number one. Women don't seem to care about this so much, but for us men, it's everything. After we have attained that, it's critical that we can show off what we get for being number one. We have to be able to flaunt it, and women have to be able to see it. Otherwise, what's the use of being number one? You need to know this because you have to understand a man's motivation, why he is not home, why he spends so much time working, why he is watching his money the way he does. Because in this world, he is being judged by other men based on who he is, what he does, and how much he makes. That affects his mood. If you know he is not where he wants to be or not on track for being where he wants to be, then his mood swings at the house will make more sense to you. Your inability to get him to sit and just talk now makes sense. His on the grind mentality becomes more clear to you. Really, it's all tied to the three things that drive him. So, if this is on his mind and he hasn't lined up the who he is, the what he does, and the how much he makes in the way that he sees fit, he can't possibly be to you what he wants to be, which means that you can't really have the man you want. He can't sit around talking with you or dream about marriage and family. If his mind is on how to make money, how to get a better position, how to be the kind of man he needs to be for you. In my experience, these facts don't always sit well with most women. Many of you figure that if a man truly loves you, the two of you should be able to pursue your dreams together. Stability is important to you, but you'd rather build the foundation of your relationship together, no matter the man's station in life. This is honorable, but really, it's not the way men work. His eye will be on the prize, and that prize may not necessarily be you if he isn't up where he wants to be in life. It's impossible for us to focus on the two. We are just not that gifted. Sorry. Mind you, a man doesn't have to make a lot of money right now. As long as he sees his dreams being realized, the title is clear to him. His position is leading him in the direction of place where he wants to be, and he knows the money will come. Then he can rest a little easier, recognizing that he is on the verge of becoming the man he wants to be. The way you can help him get there is to help him focus on his dream, see the vision, and implement his plan. If you can see yourself in that plan, you can get a clearer sense of this in my chapter, The 5 Questions Every Woman Should Ask Before She Gets In Too Deep. Then latch onto it, because when he reaches the level of success he is hoping to reach, he will be a better, happier man for it, and you will be happy too. Chapter 2. Our love isn't like your love. Nothing on this planet can compare with a woman's love. It is kind and compassionate, patient and nurturing, generous and sweet, and unconditional, pure. If you are her man, she will walk on water and through a mountain for you too. No matter how you have acted out, no matter what crazy thing you have done, no matter the time or demand. If you are her man, she will talk to you until there just aren't any more words left to say. Encourage you when you are at rock bottom and think there just isn't any way out. Hold you in her arms when you are sick and laugh with you when you are up. And if you are her man and that woman loves you, I mean, really loves you, she will sign you up when you are dusty, encourage you when you are down, defend you even when she is not so sure you were right, and hang on your every word even when you are not saying anything worth listening to. And no matter what you do, no matter how many times her friends say you are no good, no matter how many times you slam the door on the relationship, she will give you her very best and then some, and keep right on trying to win over your heart. Even when you act like everything she has done to convince you she is the one just isn't good enough. That's a woman's love. It stands the test of time, logic, and all circumstance. And this is exactly how you all expect us men to love you in return. Ask any woman what kind of love she wants from a man, and it will sound something like this. I want him to be humble and smart, fun and romantic, sensitive and gentle, and above all supportive. I want him to look in my eyes and tell me I am beautiful, and that I complete him. I want a man who is vulnerable enough to cry when he is hurting, who will introduce me to his mother with a smile on his face, who loves children and animals, and who is willing to change diapers and wash dishes and do it all without me having to ask. And if he has a nice body and a lot of money and expensive shoes without scarves, that would be great too. Amen. Well, I am here to tell you that expecting that kind of love, that perfection, from a man is unrealistic. That's right. I said it. It's not gonna happen. No way, no how. Because a man's love isn't like a woman's love. Don't get it confused. Now, I'm not saying that we are not capable of loving. I'm just saying that a man's love is different.
Much more simple, direct, and probably a little harder to come by. I will tell you this much: a man who is in love with you is probably not going to call you every half hour and give you an update on how much more he loves you at 5:30 p.m. than he did at 5 p.m. He is not going to sit around stroking your hair and wiping your brow with cold compresses while you sip hot tea and nurse yourself back to health. His love is still love though. It's just different from the love that women give and in a lot of cases want.